Alright, what is up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel, Q Movie Reviews. My name is Carson Quinnell with the Q, hence Q Movie Reviews. The title of the channel is pretty self-explanatory. This is me reviewing movies from start to end, good to bad. At the end of the videos, I'll rate it on a scale of 1 to 10 on how good the movie was, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. This is my first video upload, so if you found your way here, really thank you for checking it out. Really appreciate your time. Hope you liked the video. In this video I will be reviewing, as the title says, Guardians of the Galaxy. One more thing, these videos are spoiler-free videos. That means that there are no spoilers. If you don't know what spoiler is when somebody spoils the movie for you by telling you what happens in the movie before you've seen it. There are no spoilers in these videos. So without further ado, let's get the review started. In case you haven't heard about what the movie is about, it's a group of misfits from all across this galaxy. They come together to take down a bad guy. That's basically the premise of the story, but it's a lot better than that. We've all seen those movies where it's a band of misfits. They're pulled together due to circumstances that require them to come together to accomplish a goal, to stop an evil plan. It's a basic premise. However, this movie does, in my opinion, a much better job of pulling that off than a lot of other movies do. I've seen those other movies that have that premise, and I wasn't as intrigued with them as I was with this movie. It was a great movie. They pulled these characters together. You got Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax, Groot, and Rocket. Rocket was awesome. I got the shirt. We're official here at Q Movie Reviews. I'm not advertising for the shirt company or anything. I just like the shirt. I just got it because Rocket is the bomb. A man, probably my favorite Marvel character so far out of all the Marvel movies. It's saying a lot, I know, but gotta go with my gut. Guardians of the Galaxy. Good movie. It is a fun time. It's a great movie to take your friends to, take your family to. There are a few bad words, few obscene gestures, so if you got little kids, wouldn't recommend it. But for young teens to adults, great time, completely appropriate, a few bad words here and there. It's a great time, it's a lot of laughs, and I find that it's more fun to laugh with your friends and with others because I feel like it just doubles the laughter. It's a great time, it's a lot of fun, it's a good popcorn flick, it's a good group flick. So on a deeper note, the story, it's a great story. They pulled the story off really, really well. I had a great time. I felt the story, it's really touching to see these characters come together. That brings me to the characters. The character development was great. When you think about what they're trying to pull off here, they're pulling off a movie that's introducing 5 brand new characters that we don't know anything about into this crazy Marvel Cinematic Universe that they've built. It's hectic enough already. There's a lot of moving parts, a lot of stuff going on, but they do a really good job of introducing these characters, giving each one their time to kind of meld into the story. You get to learn more about them. Maybe not as much as we'd like to learn, but there's 5 characters that they're introducing in this movie, among others, but these 5 main ones, and they do a really good job of giving them all their screen time. I enjoyed all 5 of the characters. Like I said, Rocket was my favorite. All the actors did a great job with their characters. Now, talking about some of the other characters, I've heard a lot of people talk bad, give the villain of this movie. They've said, I'm not a big fan of him. He wasn't complex enough for me. I didn't really, I didn't sympathize with him or anything like that. Well, you're not supposed to sympathize with him. He's the villain, obviously. But that's not the main complaint I've heard. The main complaint has been, he's not complex enough. I'd have liked more out of the villain. Well, when you think about what they're trying to do here, they got to introduce 5 main characters. In my opinion, I think it's better that they didn't make the villain as complex. There would have been a lot going on. He's your basic villain. He's a real threat. He's not a weak threat by any means. He's no less than any of the other villains that we've seen in this Marvel Universe. He's as bad as they come. But I'm just saying, he doesn't need to be super complex. They do a really good job of keeping him strong enough, whereas they show us that the Guardians can take on a real threat. They're just as formidable as the other superheroes in this universe. But the villain does not need to be that complex. So I think he did a perfectly good job. Lee Pace was great as the villain. I enjoyed him in The Hobbit, and I enjoyed him in this movie. He was a perfectly functional villain. He was what he needed to be. As far as the other character goes, the other characters were all really good, except for one. There was one character that, looking at the posters, I didn't think he was going to be that big of a deal. I didn't think he was going to have this amount of screen time, and that was Yondu. Yondu in this movie, he got a lot of screen time, and the actor who plays him, I guess I'm just not a big fan of his work. I mean, no, that's a lie. I liked him in The Walking Dead. He was really good in The Walking Dead. I can't remember his name right now. He was good. He was good in his role. For me, there was something about him that just felt like he didn't really belong. So that's how I feel. So he did bring the movie down a little bit for me. He got a lot more screen time than I thought he would. I saw the poster and I was like, well, he's probably not going to have that big of a role, so I'm sure it won't be that big of a deal. He did have a lot more screen time than I thought, played a little more important role than I thought he would have, and it did bring it down a little bit for me. Made the movie not quite perfect, but other than that, I had a great time with the movie. It was hyped up so much. It was supposed to be really funny, and it is really funny. Maybe not quite as funny as I had expected to be with all the hype, but I still had a really good time. Like I said, the character I just mentioned, Yondu, brought it down a little bit for me. The villain was perfectly functional. I enjoyed Rocket. I enjoyed Star-Lord. Their witty back and forth. Drax was surprisingly funny. Like I mentioned earlier, he was a pleasant surprise. Alright, so I'm going to wrap it up. In the end, I'm giving Guardians of the Galaxy 8.5. Great movie. Good time. Take your friends, take your family, maybe except the really, really little ones. Other than that, great time, good movie. Go see it while it's in theaters, as we're seeing in theaters. Go see it, enjoy yourself, have a good time. And finally, thanks for stopping by. Thank you so much for checking out my video. Really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. It was a lot of fun. I had fun watching the movie. It's a passion. I love to do it. Thank you for watching my review. Hope you liked it. If you did enjoy yourself, if you did like the video, click subscribe below. I will be making more of these videos. I had a lot of fun doing this. I don't think this is going to be the last one I'm going to make. I will make more of these. I had a lot of fun. I look forward to making more videos for you guys. Thanks for stopping by. Check out Q Movie Reviews later on for more movie reviews.